Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be discussing my wife's everyday carry weapon, the Taurus PT111 G2C. And of course, I'm going to give it my down and dirty likes, dislikes, rants, raves, general safety about the weapon, show you how it disassembles, show you how it reassembles, go over the bits and pieces, parts, and what it came with when we bought it. So we'll be right back. Alright, we're back. This is, as I stated, the Taurus PT111 G2C. It is a striker-fired 9mm made by the Taurus Company, Miami, Florida. Now, some of you are going to go, bull, blah, 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 insert expletives here. Taurus is made in Brazil. You are right. The Taurus manufacturing is in Brazil. This weapon, however, was made in Miami. There are parts of it, namely the magazines, that come from Brazil, and they are clearly stated come from Brazil, made in Brazil. The upper, however, states Taurus, Miami, Florida. So, this is a nice, safe position. Right there. Taurus, Miami, Florida. So, yes. Taurus predominantly was Brazilian, but they did move one of their manufacturing plants, or maybe their primary manufacturing plant, I don't know off the top of my head, to Florida for the G2C, or the G2 series of firearms. Now, this, of course, is the PT111 G2C. Now, a lot of people will tell you they have a, love-hate relationship with Taurus. And I gotta say, I have a both, Some people have Tauruses that just are rock solid, don't have any issues at all. Some people have a Taurus that's nothing but issues. Reliability-wise, this is probably one of the best firing handguns I've had. It'll put everything down range. I've shot full metal jacketed hollow points, the self-defense rounds, which generally, because of the way their tips are, normally jam up. I've put steel through it. I've put aluminum cases through it. It's pretty much eaten and spit up everything I've been able to put through it. My Security 9 won't even shoot steel ammo. It has difficulties. So it'll put lead down range that my Security 9 won't even do. So on that fact, I love this gun. Now we're going to go over some of the features of it. The texturing on it, nice patches all the way around. Backstrap's got a patch. There's a patch in the front. It's kind of coarse, but for concealed, it's not bad. It has a finger imprint for your finger memory, so you're not holding the trigger. It also has an ambi thumb slot. Trying not to point it at y'all or myself. So, for resting your thumb. So when you form your grip, you actually can have an ambi thumb. The magazine release is ambi, I believe. It's capable of being swapped to the left-hand side. The slide release is not. The slide release is standard slide release for 9mm, standard safety, and the safety and the slide release are not ambi. They are strictly on the left-hand side of the pistol. Safety features on this gun. As I stated, has a manual safety. It's kind of a dull safety. I mean, it's tactile. The switch is actually decent sized. So the switch is actually a decent size, so you can feel that it's a decent, but it doesn't have, it clicks, but that's about it. I mean, it's not a very audible safety. It has a trigger dingus, so with it empty, magazine's out, it will not fire unless the trigger dingus is deployed. It also has on the very top up here, that is, see how it slightly comes up? That is your chamber indicator to let you know that there's a round in the chamber. Now, one of the things I dislike about for the safety features is there is no drop safety on this. I don't know if it's just a way for Taurus to keep the prices down, or if it's just the designer of Taurus decided they didn't want to put one in, but there is no drop safety. There is a warning in the owner's manual that says this gun, get out of here, bug, problems, first world problems of recording outside. There is a chance of this gun discharging when being dropped, so there's no drop safety. Let's go over some of the other features. On the front, you have a nice Picatinny. Yeah, a rail. You have a nice accessory rail system to go on the front. So you want to put your flashlight, your laser, tactical cucumber, whatever your heart's desired. There isn't really a grip on the front. I mean, there is, but it's not a textured grip. The texturing's on the back, as you can see, and the texturing's not bad. It's scalloped forward, so it's easy to grip. This is your takedown, and we'll do the takedown here, disassembly. Now, it does have a second strike capability. This weapon does not have a magazine safety. So if the magazine's out, the gun can still fire. Another thing, maybe it's a Taurus thing, I don't know. I know the Rugers don't. I think they have the magazine release safety. Some people like it, some people don't. I'm kind of indifferent. If it's fine if the magazine was released, because in the heat of the moment, you accidentally drop your mag. What are you going to throw the gun at the guy? No. And if you still got one in the chamber, you can fire. You do have a second strike capability. You fire, it doesn't go, you can release in second strike before you have to, clear your weapon of a malfunction if you did get a light primer strike. Your sights are standard 3-dot sights. Let me try not to point at anybody in particular. So you have the standard 2 dots in the back, 1 in the front. The sights aren't bad. Side alignment's pretty good. You can adjust the rear sight. There is an adjustment on the rear sight. There is no adjustment on the front. It's basically pinned in there. So there's no adjustment at all on the front. You have 2 12-round magazines. They're actually metal. Standard 9mm magazine. Goes in. Drops pretty, it's pretty decent drop for the magazine. But yeah, you have 2 12-round magazines. My only dislike, and this is a me, I don't like the way the gun feels. Now, I'm not a huge person. I'm 5'10" and about 180 pounds, but the gun doesn't feel right in my hand. It feels almost too small. Like my hands wrap almost all the way around the thing. So I don't like the way it feels in my hand, but it's not my carry weapon. It's my wife's. My wife has probably about 1/4 of an inch smaller hands than me. So for her, it feels really comfortable. For me, it doesn't. If I was home and this was the first gun I had to grab and somebody was breaking into my house, could I use it? Hell yeah. Would I use it? Hell yeah. It's not stopping me. It's more of a cosmetic thing. I do not like the fact that it doesn't have a drop safety because accidents happen. Come on, we're all human. We don't like to think that we're going to drop our gun, but sometimes, accidents happen. Again, I know you can't what if everything to death, but I wouldn't mind that safety feature. But it didn't stop us from buying it, obviously, because we bought the weapon. So, like I said, it chews up every ammo we've thrown through it. Steel, aluminum, jacketed, hollow points, or even the self-defense rounds, the square-tipped, Winchester self-defense rounds. Now let's go over the box of what it came with. You get a nice Taurus certified cardboard box from Cabela's, because I used to work there. Now, here's where I don't... The side of the box says it is a PT111 G2A, is the side of the box. But this side calls it a G2C 9mm. So I guess it's a G2 series. It is 3.26, comes with 2x12 magazines. So it's 3 1/4, a little bit bigger than 3 1/4 inches long. Not bad. You have your inside the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? We have the Taurus owner's manual. We have the ATF safety guide. We have the lock that gets used, doesn't it? And that's it. So, that's literally the down and dirty of the Taurus. But like I said, it does not have a... Warning. These Taurus pistols do not have magazine disconnect safety. They are capable of firing with magazine removed. Warning. Any gun may fire if dropped. If dropped or struck, the pistol may fire. So that means there's no drop safety as well. So, just to put that out there, maybe it's a thing for you, maybe it's not. Now, I know there are some YouTubers out there that have a problem with the Taurus manual and the Taurus company, because somewhere in this manual, and I'm not going to sit there and dig, somewhere in that manual, it says a recommendation from the Taurus company is that you do not carry with a round in the chamber. And some people get butthurt about that. And you know what? Okay, it's a recommendation. The company has a right to say that if they want to. I don't stop that. That obviously didn't stop us from buying the thing. So let's go ahead and do a quick takedown, because it does take down a little differently than most 9mm. It kind of takes down a little, well, you'll see. Okay, so for the takedown, on the sides here, you have a pin there and a pin there. So what you have to do is this is where it gets fun, you have to slide it back, disengage the pins, and then fire. Pull the trigger. That sends it forward just enough to where you can get the lower from the upper. Now, I know some people are griping, quit calling it an upper and a lower. No, I'm always going to call it an upper and a lower. This is the lower part of the handgun. This is the upper part of the handgun. This is where your firing mechanism, your barrel, your buffer spring, all that stuff exists. So this is the upper. That's all it's ever going to be to me. So you have your recoil spring. Then you have the barrel, which doesn't want to come out at the moment, but of course not. Why would it want to? You have a barrel. And you have your upper. There's your striker right there. That's your striker mechanism. There is the, right there. That little bit right there is the loaded chamber indicator. So now let's put this back together, and I'll show you real quick how it... Now on the lower, you have 2 ears here, 2 ears there. Basically, the way it works, just like anything else, slide it in. Slide it in. Function check. Fire, hold, reset, fire. Like I said, it doesn't have a magazine safety, so I can sit here and pull the trigger all day long. Some of you are probably cringing because I'm pulling the trigger. This gun is verified empty. We just took it apart. There is not a decocker on the gun either. That is not a decocker, that is just a safety. But there's a down and dirty on the Taurus PT111 G2C. It's a good gun, has its faults, but some things do. Is it a usable gun? Yes. Is it the perfect handgun? Nope. Nope, not the perfect one, but it's a pretty damn good one. And for the price point of, I think my wife got it for around $225. Pretty damn good for a 9mm that'll chew through anything, that's given us no problems whatsoever other than cosmetic issues for a $225 price point. So, alright folks, I thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, because the last guy got fired. I mean, I may look like him, you know, because he was pretty handsome, so the last guy got fired for not saying that. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that little bell icon down there to let you know when there's more, when I make new videos. You can also follow us on Twitter at Exara_74. I post new videos there when I come out, and I just post random stuff there too. Some of it's funny, at least I think it is. Some of it's not. Some of it's just to get conversations going. So as always, I thank you all for watching, and have a good day.